But what I'm gonna have you guys start with, we're gonna start with just a wide base, and you're gonna sink into your hips. So your range of motion is really gonna depend on your hip mobility, but all I want you to do, this leg stays long, this leg bends, okay? So you're just gonna hold for that 1, 2, and then you're gonna switch to the opposite side. Now, if you feel comfortable, you can take it down a little bit lower and bring the hands to the floor. I've also decided to take my foot up towards the sky, which just opens my hip a bit more for more stretch. But again, just an optional modification. If you're already feeling that nice big stretch through the groin and the inside of the leg, you can keep yourself more elevated. Keep this heel down on this bent foot though. I want you to be really aware of that heel, because what happens is we tend to fall forward into our toe and we put a lot of strain on the knee. So we're gonna get one more each side here. And then we're gonna come into that waiter bow. So just starting to begin to warm up the posterior chain and the back side. I want you to take your hands, put them on the small of your back, bring your feet in just a little bit and give you that nice little bounce through your knees. So you have that athletic pose, shoulders are backing down, pull the glutes underneath you so you have a nice neutral spine, and then start to sink your hips back behind you. So it's hard to tell, but I'm just gonna take that nice big bow, but my back stays flat. So the moment I get curved, either upper or mid back, I'm not stretching my hamstrings anymore. So even if there's some people I know that are so tight, this is as far as they can go without rolling the back. That's fine. And I want you to go ahead and move through it. So really focus, pull those elbows behind you. Try to think about pushing those hips not only back behind you, but up towards the sky. Just like we would in that downward dog where we're taking that tailbone up towards the sky. Think about shining that tailbone again up towards the sky or reaching for that range of motion. You should feel this full stretch from your low back into your glutes, into your hamstrings, and all the way down to your calves and your heels. We're gonna just do a few more here, guys. Nice big stretch, breathing into it. Make sure you get that exhale down. Inhale to release up. Breathe, big stretch down. Starting to feel things loosen up a little bit. We're gonna get one more. And then I want you to meet me towards the upper part of your mat. We're gonna go into either a step back or a lunge with a reach. So my leg that steps back, this is gonna be modified. I'm not gonna come down in the hips. I'm gonna just reach across my body. If I feel comfortable, I will bring it down into that lunge for that reach. So we're gonna alternate. We're also gonna start bringing the timer into this warm up. So roll your shoulders back now, get yourself set up, take that big lunge or that step back, and then think about taking those ribs and hips up and out. So you're gonna get that nice big reach, and it's always gonna be that back leg arm that's gonna come across. So this is a great hip low back opener. You should feel this nice big pull all the way down your side. And then if you are taking that lunge, you're gonna feel those legs starting to warm up a bit, working into that strength pose, also controlling that balance and that core. So keep trying to bend into it. Don't forget to reach to those fingertips. We're gonna go about 20 seconds here. Now we're gonna come into the arms. We've left the arms alone. It's time to bring them into the mix. We're less than 10 here. Take your time, don't rush this last couple. We're gonna go here, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, take those arms, bring them out to your side for me. Let's start big arm circle. So we're gonna go forward. This is a little bit easier. I want you to move those shoulders to their full range of motion. So take the shoulders up towards the ears, pull them back, down, and squeeze, okay? Now, watch your low back and your chest. What I want to avoid is throwing my chest forward and shortening my back. So instead, I'm going to tuck my pelvis underneath me and keep that strong posture. We're going to switch directions. It is even harder backwards. So what happens is we really want to flex our back to create this range of motion. Again, pull your glutes underneath you. Even if you feel like you're not getting as much range of motion, that's fine. Because we're actually moving through the shoulders and the pecs as opposed to shortening that low back to try to get that range. It's a great stretch. You should be feeling it all through the front of the chest and the front of the shoulder here. So just nice big circles. We're gonna start bringing the heat in here, but you have about 10 more seconds to work through those stretches. Make sure you're breathing. We're not holding that breath. All right, join me out to the side. You guys are gonna do little circles. So right now, it kind of barely looks like my arms are moving. That's exactly what I want from you. small controlled circles. Go ahead and ball your hands into a fist for me. And I want you to pretend like you're in a doorway and you're pushing into either side of the doorway with those arms. So we're starting to feel those shoulders warm up. Tuck those glutes underneath you, squeeze your core. We're gonna switch directions. You're gonna give me 20 more seconds. Keep them moving, slow and controlled. I know they are burning. We're gonna breathe through it. We're almost there. We got 10 seconds. You can do this. Keep them up if you can. We're gonna go 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo-hoo. Shake up those arms. We're gonna come into an alternating just hug of the knee. If this is difficult for you to balance, you can just give me a march, but I want you to focus on pulling the knee up towards the chest, whether you're actually gonna pull or you're just gonna bring it up. It's still that same range of motion. We're starting to warm up the hip flexors. Again, keep that back strong. Make sure you're not leaning forward or backwards as you grab onto your knee. You're gonna go 15 more seconds here. We got your last little movement through this warm up. We're gonna walk to the end of the mat here for this next one. So we'll go here in 3, 2, 1. Transition back so you have some space out in front of you. Bend your knees until you make contact with the ground. You're gonna walk yourself all the way out to the plank. You're gonna take a groiner. So you're gonna step up, heel to the ground, back knee falls to the ground, okay? Then we'll step up, we'll switch. So yeah, if you guys wanna meet me down there, go ahead and meet me down. Take the first leg up, hold that stretch, drop the knee, lift the back knee up for me, step back into plank again, bring your opposite leg up, drop that knee, hold that stretch, pick that knee up, step back, we're walking back to our feet. You got 4 more, just like that. So again, pushing the heels into the ground, folding over the front of our quads, begin to walk yourself back out into plank. Nice big step up into that nice hip and groin stretch. Lift that knee up, step back, bring the opposite leg up. Stretching it out, stepping back again, push back to walk up. We got 3 more. Now you know what we're doing, so you can play with your tempo. If it feels really good just to hold the stretch, maybe you're gonna walk a little slower out of that inchworm to hold that stretch in your backside of your legs longer. Or maybe you're just ready to pick up the tempo, get the heart rate up. So you're gonna move a little faster for me. Again, your call here. You choose what works best for you. We're gonna go just a couple more. Try to keep that same form we had on the waiter bow with your hinge forward. So try to keep the hips shifted up towards the ceiling. Tailbone again, shining up towards the ceiling. This is gonna be your last one, guys, so finish up the one you're on. Meet me at the top. We're gonna go ahead and start up with those weights. So the first circuit today is very leg intensive. The second circuit is gonna be upper body. The third circuit's gonna be from the ground, and it'll be core, okay? So we're gonna go through each of these 3 times. Again, like I said, there's not a lot of cardio. There's a few movements. I think there's 2 movements total in the whole workout, okay? So we are gonna get started. You're gonna give me an alternating step back lunge. I'm gonna snap onto my dumbbells, but if you still need a round or 2 to warm up, feel free to go body weight. That's fine as well. So we're gonna go in about 10 seconds. If you need the modifier, give me that step back. You again can make it a little bit harder by stepping up with that front leg. So we'll go here in 2, 1, and go. So knee stays straight. We're gonna work through our range of motion, whatever that is, okay? The goal though is to not push off of the back leg and instead step up with the front leg. So what I challenge you to do is start to lift your foot up and then squeeze through with that glute. Bring it down, lift up to step up. Great, nice tall posture. You guys are looking strong over there. We got about 25 seconds. That means we're halfway. Bringing it down, stepping up. Make sure you're breathing through it. Keep challenging that range, that balance. Slow and steady. You don't have to rush through these. We got 7 seconds left. We're gonna go here, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, nice wide base for me. We're gonna come into your sumo squat. Toes turn out, tuck those glutes underneath you. So push the booty underneath you and pretend like you're sliding down a wall. So we're not gonna let our hips sink back behind us. We're gonna go here in 2, 1, and go. So knees come to the side. And I want you to pretend like you're butted right up against a wall and you're just sliding straight down the wall, squeezing back up. Now give yourself the mental cue as you push away from the ground. Imagine your feet are sliding out away from you. So both feet are gonna slide away as you push up. Woo! Really feel those glutes and the inner thighs start to fire with just that little thought of creating that push outwards with our feet. Nice and controlled. Drop the weights if you need to. Make sure you're breathing. We got about 10 seconds. Bringing it up, back down, almost there. All right, we're gonna go 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, no dumbbells. You're gonna give me a lunge pulse. We're gonna stay with one leg. So what I mean is I'm gonna come into my lunge. I'm gonna go push, push, step up, okay? If I don't feel comfortable with the full lunge, it's a little bend, not very far in those hips, okay? So let's go ahead and start. Join me. I'm gonna start high, so we're right here. Again, pushing through this front leg and stepping up with the front leg. Now, if you feel comfortable, you can bring that pulse all the way down to the ground. Perfect. Nice tall posture. Push through the foot to create that pulse through that front leg. Try not to just move the knee. The action starts at the ground. We got 20 seconds. You should be feeling that leg. If you're not, maybe give yourself a challenge of getting a little bit lower. We got about 10 seconds left, guys. You'll get a little break. We'll switch sides. Bring it down. Pulse, pulse. Step up. We're gonna go 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Shake out that leg. We gotta do the same thing on the opposite side. So we got about 10 seconds here. Nice tall posture. Opposite leg will go in front. Here we go. We're going here in 4, 3, 2, 1. And just step back. Find your angle. Push to pulse. Push to step up. Just really focus. Front foot, front leg, back leg. It's just there to help us balance. It's not doing a lot of work. Yes, if you need it to, put some weight into it. But if you can, stay light with it. Really try to force that working leg to do bulk of the work here. We got 30 seconds. If you need to take a second to shake it out, feel free to. I know they are burning. I'm starting to sweat. I'm starting to feel my legs. I'm right there with you. It's okay. We got about 15 seconds, guys. Bringing it down. Pulse, pulse. Step up. Last 10 here. You got it. All right, we're going to go here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, shake those bad boys out. Okay, this is the one cardio movement, one of 2 that I said that we were going to have. Okay, so you can do weighted or you can do unweighted. Show you 2 versions. One is a step out squat, and it kind of hops across, okay? 2, you're gonna go squat to toes, so it becomes a little bit more plyo with the jump, okay? You choose your version. I'll start modified with you, okay? So we're gonna be here. Right here, it's like a squat shuffle. Squat shuffle. There we go. Good. Perfect. Those pop squats in the back look great. That's exactly what we want. Squat to toes. Work on that depth. See how low you can get. And then create that power on the way up. We just took it up a notch adding that dumbbell. You got 20 seconds left, guys. Push up, get that explosive power, whether you're stepping or you're jumping. Last 10 here. All right, we got 5. We're going 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, you earn a break. You got 30 seconds. Grab some water. Whew, slow your breathing down. We're gonna go through that one more time, okay? All right. Okay, guys. Whew. We got 18 seconds. So once we finish this leg set, the legs are basically done. We're gonna come into some upper body, okay? So we're starting with those lunges. If you wanna add the dumbbells, feel free to. Body weight, just fine. Here we go, guys. Go ahead and join me. We're going to lunges. Alternate those legs. No pulse this round, just a regular lunge. Work on that depth and that range of motion and that step up. Don't forget to drive through that front foot. Squeeze that booty up and forward to bring you back into that standing position. Whew, 25 seconds. Bring it down, step up. You guys are looking real strong. I love it. Good range of motion, good control over there. 15 seconds left. You're almost there. Last 10. All right, guys. We're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, sumos. Again, tuck the booty underneath you. Weights will go directly out in front of you, shoulders back and down. We're gonna go here in 4, 3, 2, 1, and go slide down the wall. Push to drive up. Give yourself that cue. Don't forget to slide the feet out. They're not moving, but you're just gonna give yourself that little external force as you push out of the ground with the feet to create extra engagement through your inner thigh and your glutes. So you should be getting a lot of inner thigh and a lot of booty with this form of a squat. All right, 30 seconds. If you are up for a challenge, this is your last round. You can join me for a little pulse and then come out of it. It's optional, you don't have to, but if you want it, it's there for you. We got 20 seconds. Pulse, pulse. Exhale back up. Woo. Bring it down. Pulse, pulse. Squeeze up. 15 seconds. Down, down. Bring it up. Almost there. All right, we got 5. We're gonna go 3, 2, 1. Shake them out. All right, lunge pulses. So we're gonna add that pulse. I'm gonna throw a little curveball if you want it at the end, just like we did with the sumos though, okay? So get ready if you're looking for a little bit of a tougher set. We're gonna go here in 2, 1, and go. So find your comfortable lunge, push, pulse, pulse, step on up. Same side, don't switch. Bring it down, pulse, pulse, step and squeeze up, perfect. All right, guys, so you got about 20 seconds. If you want that extra challenge, you're gonna hang out with me at the bottom. We're gonna pulse for the last 20 seconds or until we just can't anymore, okay? You don't have to, but if you're up for it, I'm gonna do it, okay? We're gonna go here in 2, 1, and go. So we got 20 seconds. It's a low lunge. Push to the front foot. Yes, we're burning, we're breathing. Inhale down, use that breath. Power through, 7 seconds. You got this, you got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Shake that bad boy out. Awesome job. Okay, we gotta do the opposite side. You still got 10 seconds to rest though. Catch a couple big inhales, exhales. Shake out that leg. We're switching sides. We're going here in 3, 2, 1. Let's get into it. Bring it down. Just one pulse. Step up. Perfect. Pulse, pulse. Step up. Awesome. All right. 20 seconds. You guys both joined me last time, so you're stuck. You can't cheat this time. You gotta go for it. We already went for it. We're in it together. We got 10 seconds, guys. Pulse, pulse. Exhale to step up. All right, get ready. Let's bring it down. Take a big breath. Here we go. 20 seconds. Breathe. Use your breath. Every time you push out of the ground, use that exhale. You can do this. All right, 10 seconds. Stay with me. Almost there. I know, you got it though. We got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo-hoo. Shake those legs out. All right, last movement. Choose your side shuffle squat or your pop squat. Again, you don't have to grab the dumbbell. If you want it, it's there, okay? Woo-hoo. We're gonna go here in 2, 1, and go. I'm gonna start with you. We're gonna push, shuffle, push, shuffle, okay? Now, if you want it harder, we're right here, squat, toe tap, squat, toe tap. We're getting low. We're creating that explosive jump. Yes, I love it. Let's go, 30 seconds. Remember, legs are done after this, so really challenge this final push because you get to break them out. We're going to upper body. Whew. 20 seconds, guys. You can do it. Make sure you're breathing. Keep pushing that range of motion. Goal is to just keep the body moving. 10 seconds. Almost there. Here we go. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Okay. Let's slow it down. I'm breathing. We're gonna slow the breath. Big inhale in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more like that. Big inhale in. Exhale out. Awesome. Okay. We're gonna come down to the floor. So if you guys need to rearrange, feel free to rearrange the camera. All right. Okay, guys. Perfect. So, option to use 1 or 2 dumbbells. We're gonna do a staggered skull crusher, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So, if you're using 1, you're holding it by either side, like this. Both, whether 1 or 2 dumbbells, wrist is right on top of the shoulder. Elbow doesn't move, so we're not gonna have any swing forward or back. The only part of your arm that's gonna move is the forearm. So you're gonna bring it down halfway, all the way, halfway, all the way. So we're just gonna split that movement in half to make it feel a little heavier, okay? If you're up for it, you go to 2 dumbbells. You can hold them separated, so either hand is holding like this, or to make it slightly easier, push them together, and that'll give you more stability and make them feel a little lighter, okay? That's just another option if you decide you need that second dumbbell. All right, let's go. Let's just get into it. We're gonna go here in 2, 1, and go. So it's halfway down, all the way down. Halfway up, all the way up. Perfect. Halfway down, all the way down, halfway up, all the way up. So we are working the back of your arm, your triceps here. So you should be feeling them start to fire. You should be feeling them warm up a bit, but it should still feel pretty easy. If it gets too tough with the staggered, I want you to just go all the way up, all the way down to a full range of motion with a little faster tempo underneath you. But if you can hold out, we got 10 seconds. Separating the movements, really squeezing through the back of the arm there. We're gonna go 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, we are gonna do, all right, this one's gonna be a fun one. So, I'm gonna take a second to explain it to you. You're gonna be in a plank position. You're going to step or hop. So if I'm modified, I'm gonna step, step, find my center, push, okay? 1 dumbbell, push, totally fine. Or you can hop it out. So I'm gonna hop, bring it up, press, hop back, okay? So it's like a half burpee press. The most important thing to me is that you guys can see your chest in the screen. So you shouldn't be looking at the ground, dip into those hips. If it's too hard, bring yourself to the ground, press, and we'll just do a seated shoulder press, okay? Because this is a pretty difficult movement, so don't be afraid if you struggle with it. All right, you guys ready to give it a go? 1 dumbbell is totally good, okay? So I'm gonna start stepping, and you join me, okay? We'll go here in 2, 1, and go. So you're gonna step foot, drop into your hips so you're in a low squat, press above your head. Perfect, set them down, step back again. That's the whole movement, that's great. Now, if you feel up for it, I see he's up for it, he's got that hop going, that's great. Start hopping it out. We only got 30 seconds, guys. That means we're almost done. So again, this is 2 of 2 cardio. You already did 1 or 2. This is it, so I want you to challenge yourself right here. We don't got much more that's gonna bring that heart rate up. Like this look. We got 10 seconds. That's only 1 or 2 more reps. We're gonna go here 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Awesome, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna take this kneeling. If this hurts your knees, feel free to grab the seat, but you'll need a little bit more range of motion than sitting on the ground. We're gonna do a staggered front raise. So you're gonna go up, up, down, down, okay? If the dumbbells get too heavy, you're gonna go one at a time. That's modifier number one. Modifier number two is one dumbbell straight out in front of you. So hardest to easiest, okay? All right, let's go. We'll go here in 2, 1, and go. So you're gonna bring one up, hold, opposite, hold, drop, drop. Okay, so right up, right down, left down. It's just that staggered front raise. Check your core for me, guys. Even though we're kneeling, make sure your low back isn't arched. Keep your core underneath you, glutes tucked underneath you as well. All right, that is perfect. You guys are looking strong over there. You got about 20 seconds. Up, up, down, down. Whew. Starting to feel those shoulders. You got this. 15 seconds left. Up, up, down, down. Last 10. Up, up, down, down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right. This next one, we are also going to take kneeling, okay? I'm going to show you from a side angle. So we're going to go lateral raise. So I might come up a little higher, actually. Lateral raise. And then my elbows come back and kick back. So I'm going to the side, and then I'm going to come into that tricep kick back. Again, if you need to modify, go one arm at a time, and then rest the other side, okay? So let's give it a go. We got about 10 seconds. We're going to go here in 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So up to the sides. Perfect. Elbows go up, kick the pinkies out behind you without moving the elbow. So just kick that hand out. There you go. Up, squeeze back, release. So a little bit more flexion on that kick back. Try to lift the pinkies. There it is. Up towards the sky. There it is. Now we got it. 30 seconds, guys. Strong center, strong core. Remember, alternating is just fine. Take a break if you need it, but if you can stick it out, these are the reps that are going to count the most. When we start to fatigue, those are the ones that really change our body, where we elicit that new muscle development. We got 5 seconds. We're going to go 2, 1, and time. All right, you have made it to the last one. We are going to do in a modified plank, so I want you guys both down on your knees. Right here like this. Hips down low, okay? We're going to do that dynamic plank. So I have 2 options for you. Option 1, tap, tap. This is a little easier, okay? Option 2, we're going all the way to the mat, all the way up. So we go elbows to hands, okay? You choose. You can start with either, give the other one a try, or just start with the modified. I'll start modified. I'll work up to advanced. So we're just tapping. Go ahead and join me. Hips are low, core is tight. Now I want you to be really cognizant of your upper body. And if you're feeling your hips or your core twist, I want you to steady yourself more. I want you to brace your abs, take it more control. Yes, much better. All right, I'm going to switch to the dynamic up and down. Again, really cognizant of the rest of what your body's doing. It's not just about those arms. The more you can steady the hips and the torso, the more you're really feeling the core fire. I know, it's all shoulders today. We're almost there though. We got 10 seconds. Just hold your plank if you need to. We're gonna go here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, we're resting. Again, you have a longer break. So grab some water, stretch, shake out your arms. We're just gonna go through that one more time. You guys are doing awesome. We're getting close. All right, you ready? You're back. You look ready. Let's go. Let's let's go. Okay, so we're gonna start with that skull crusher. So we're gonna go to our back. We're gonna go 1 or 2 dumbbells, halfway up, halfway down. I'm gonna throw a couple curveballs on a few of the movements. So if you guys are up for the challenge, just listen to my verbal cues. You can follow right along with me, okay? All right, let's get after it. We got 4 seconds, halfway down, halfway up. We're going here in 2, 1, and go. So drop it halfway, drop it all the way, halfway up, all the way up. Perfect. Little pause, bring it down, little pause, bring it up. All right, so I will throw a curveball on this one in about 15 seconds. If you are up for it, you're gonna pulse. We're gonna go halfway down, halfway up for the whole set. And we're gonna move a little bit quicker, but we're not going there until 2. We're going right now, actually. Let's go. So halfway, halfway. I'm gonna speed it up. 1 up, 1 down. Really putting a lot of tension on these triceps to finish. Squeeze it out. You got 10 seconds. Woo! Breathe through it. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right. Everyone's favorite. We got that step up to that shoulder press, okay? So you're gonna go step, step, or a hop into the shoulder press. This is it for cardio. You've made it to the final round. Let's get after it. Let's get it out of here. We're gonna go here in 2, 1, and go. So quick reminder, it's step, step, drop into those hips, press. Perfect. If you want the extra challenge, come into the hop. If the press becomes too much, you can stay here with just those hops. Yes, great job. 30 seconds. You got this, guys. I know these are tough. Try to stay with me. Just do your best, that's all I ask. Use that breath. We got 15 seconds left. All right, we made it to 10. We're gonna go here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. All right, we're going into that staggered front raise. Find that kneeling position or seated if it hurts your knees. Up, up, down, down. I know, I'm already feeling it. This is gonna be tough. We're gonna get through it though. All right, here we go. 2, 1, let's go. So up, up, down, down. Now, I may come into that modified sooner than later too. So if you need the modification, we're gonna do 1 arm at a time. I'm gonna try to hold out for another 10 seconds though. See if I can make it. All right, guys, I'm switching. But if you still feel strong, you keep giving me that stagger. Breathe through it. It helps to bring it out slightly to an angle in more of a wide pose than directly in front of you. Keep the core tight, keep those glutes underneath you. We have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right. We're gonna come into that lateral raise with that kickback. I want you guys to really extend those arms. See how far you can take those arms behind you. Okay, here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Bring them up. Elbows come high. Extend, squeeze. Release to that fly. Up, squeeze back. Perfect. All right, I've got a little curveball on this one too. If you want to join me for a pulsing kickback, you can join me to pulse out the top of the kickback. We'll go here in about 5 seconds. We'll go 2, 1, and go. So I'm going to be right here. I'm going to pulse and squeeze. You don't have to join me. You can stay with the full, or you can burn out those triceps. Keep lifting. Short and sweet at the top of the movement. 10 seconds. Woo. Breathe through it. Breathe through it. You got it. Keep lifting. We're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more movement, guys. All right. We're going dynamic plank or shoulder taps. Again, I'm going to take this from the knees. If you want the challenge to come up to full plank, you go for it. Just focus on stabilization. Here we go. 2, 1, and go. So here is modified. So still, so still. There's no movement side to side. My hips don't move. They're parallel to the ground. Core is engaged. Squeeze your glutes as well to help support. If you want that extra challenge, we go to that walking plank. Down, down, up, up. Again, really stabilizing. So there's not a lot of shift side to side. The last modifier. I just want you to hold the plank if you can't do much more anymore. Okay, just hold it and squeeze your core. Drop those hips. We got about 15 seconds left though. Last 10. All right, we're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, all right, legs, check, arms, check. All we got left is some core, okay guys? So take that break. We will use one of the dumbbells for one of the movements here. This one is gonna be 4 movements long. We'll go through it 2 times. Yeah, that'll be good. We got it, we blew through that fast, you guys. We're gonna get done a few minutes early today. So great job, you guys are working hard today, good. All right, so these are pretty general movements. You guys have probably done them before. You should be pretty familiar with them, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and start down on the back. We're gonna start with our cross body crunch. So we're gonna be here, and we're gonna go ahead and pull the knee to the elbow. This is system 1 with the feet on the ground, okay? If you want an extra challenge, you're gonna bring your feet up, and you're gonna turn it into an elongated bicycle. So all I did is take this leg out. I don't want to go for speed. We are all about contraction through our core, okay? That's all we care about. We got about 15 seconds before we get started. I want you guys to pull your core into the ground. So push your belly button and your ribs into the ground. If I were there and I tried to slide my hand underneath your back, I can't get underneath your back. You're totally locked into the floor. Perfect. All right, here we go, guys. So option to just have the leg here, short and sweet. Or if you want that challenge, bring that leg long. Keep that low back stable. And lift those shoulders. Can you get both shoulders up off the ground? Can you get that elbow to the outside of your knee? Those are your goals. If you're not there yet, you're just striving every rep you do to get a little bit closer to that range of motion. Use your exhale on the way up to squeeze your core. We got 20 seconds left. I want you to breathe through it. 15. Almost there. Last 10. All right, we're gonna go 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, we're gonna come into a suitcase. So this one, my arms and my legs come together. I'm gonna fold the center, release long, okay? Again, if I wanna make this harder, I'm gonna release my legs to a straight leg and then pull, okay? Just options. All right, let's go for it, time's going. So curl and squeeze, I want your shoulders and your glutes coming up off the ground at the top of this. So you're just pushing the belly button into the floor and you're curling up into that tight little ball. Awesome, guys. 30 seconds. You guys are doing great. Breathe through it. Oh yeah, there are those muscles. They're working hard today. We got 20 seconds left. All right, last 10. We're gonna go here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Go ahead and sit up for me. You're gonna give me a Russian twist. So I'm gonna keep my feet grounded and we're gonna twist side to side. I'm holding on to 2 dumbbells. If you wanna go 1, go 1. If you feel good, let's go 2 though, okay? We're gonna go here in 2, 1, and go. So rotational core is so important. Not only does it help us strengthen our back and our mostly ignored obliques, but it's really important in creating that slim figure and that slim waist. And it gets ignored a lot. We do a lot of flexion of forward. So really focus on big rotations. Try not to just turn your shoulders. Work on turning the whole torso as much as you can side to side and reaching those dumbbells behind you. We got 20 seconds. Power through it, breathe through it. 15 seconds, that's fine. Take breaks. When you feel like you can again, jump back in when you can. Try dropping the weights. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, this next one's a little funky. You're gonna put your legs into a butterfly position. So feet go together, knees are gonna go out to the side. We are trying to not move our legs at all, okay? They're gonna move a little bit. This is gonna turn our hip flexors off. So you guys are gonna give me just a crunch from here. Unless you feel comfortable, then you can start to really roll up a little bit higher. Play with your range of motion, okay? All right, we'll go here in 2, 1, and go. So the bare minimum, the shoulders lift. Right here. So we just turned off our hip flexors and we're really forcing the main core to fold and flex up. If you have it, you can roll up a little bit higher. You're not going to get into a full sit-up position though. We're just lifting most of our mid-back up off the ground. Don't be afraid to support the neck. If you need to grab onto the head and neck, just don't pull yourself up. Really isolate that fold to the center of your core. We got 20 seconds. Breathe with me. The slower you go, the harder these become. Play with tempo just like you would range of motion to make it easier or harder. So speed it up if you need to. Shorten the range of motion if you need to. We're gonna go 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, that is 1 round. We gotta go through it one more time though, okay guys? So I'm gonna keep the break a little bit shorter on the core, because it's able to do that. So we're not breathing hard. It's not as taxing as the first 2 sets, okay? So let's go ahead and get set up. We're gonna start with that cross body. So we're here, or we're gonna go ahead and extend into that straight leg, okay? We'll go here in 3, 2, 1, and go. So I'll start modified with you. And then if you're up for it, yes, I love it. We're into it. We're going full. Awesome, guys. Work on that range. Can you get those shoulders up off the ground? If you can't, make it a goal. See how close to that goal you can get. We got 30 seconds. Don't worry about speed. Give me control. Give me range of motion over speed. Flex through that center. 20 seconds left. 15. All right, last 10. All right. We're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Resting. We're going into that suitcase next. So we're bringing everything down. We're going to fold everything tight and together. We got 10 seconds. Again, take a second to check your core. Push the pelvis into the ground. Push the belly button ribs into the floor. Flat at the back. We're going here in 2, 1, and go. Get the shoulders and the hips to lift off of the ground. Not just the shoulders. Get that butt up. Roll it off the ground. Think about bringing the knees to the elbows as opposed to the elbows to the knees. See how much harder that movement just got for you. 30 seconds. You guys are doing great. If you need a break, you can set those feet down and give me just a regular crunch. We got 15 seconds though. We're gonna do our best. We're just gonna try to get through the set. Do what we gotta do. We're less than 10. We're gonna go here for 3, 2, 1. Time. Awesome job, you guys. Hopping up, coming into that Russian twist. Again, 1 or 2 dumbbells. If you're done with the dumbbells and you just want to go body weight, you can absolutely do that as well. We got about 7 seconds. We're going here in 4, 2, 1, and go. I know I skipped a few numbers. I was off. Big rotation. Use that breath. Not only do we breathe because we need oxygen, but it really does help us power through our movements, especially if we're using that breathing pattern correctly. So using that exhale as you rotate will help you support that rotation. 25 seconds. Try slowing it down if you want to make it harder. If you need that momentum, speed it up. If you need a break, that's okay. Take a couple seconds, jump back into it when you can. 10 seconds though. Right here, let's finish these last 10. All right, we're going 4, 3, 2, 1. Time, guys. This is it. Frog crunches. We're stretching. You're done. Okay, feet together, knees out wide. Again, this is just to turn off the hip flexors. Play with the range of motion, play with the tempo as you need to. We're gonna go here in 2, 1, and go. So peel up, peel down. It doesn't matter how the hands are. I like to have mine out in front of me. If you wanna wrap your head up, that's fine. Find a comfortable position. As long as you're not pulling your head off of the ground, I don't care where your arms are. Try not to create momentum for yourself though. Really slow it down. If it's not hard yet, I want you to go in slow motion with me. Give me that 1, 2, 3 down. 1, 2, 3 flex. All right. Who's up for a challenge? Who's up for pulsing these last 15 seconds out? Bring it up to the top. If you're in it, let's go. Pulse, 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 pulse. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You got 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, guys. Awesome work. Okay, we're gonna stretch. And then I'm gonna let you guys go. Is it dinner time after this? Yeah, me too. Okay, so guys, bring your feet straight out in front of you. I know it's hard to see, but I want you to flex your feet. So bring your toes towards your face and the heels out and away from you. And to start, I just want you to put your hands back behind you, keep your back tall, and then push off of the ground to lean forward. This is a great sciatica stretch as well as the hamstrings and the low back, but I really need you to keep your back tall. So I want you to think about rolling your shoulders down and lifting your chest up towards the sky, and then feel that stretch really ignite through your hamstrings and low back. Perfect. Go ahead and relax. It's pretty active. It can be pretty intense. You don't want to hold too long. We're going to come into your hurdler stretch. So I want one leg long, one leg bent in. I'm going to do my best to keep this knee down. It's going to help me open my hip. To start, we're going to focus on the hamstring stretch. So grab onto your calf or your toe or your hamstring, and then just pull yourself down into that stretch. Think about laying your chest forward and pushing your hips back. So right now we're really focused on the straight leg, lengthening out the hamstring and the calf. We're going to transition to the low back. So I want you to take the opposite arm to that straight leg, swing it up and over. Keep your shoulder open, so don't let yourself look down to the ground like this. Keep it pointed up and reach across for this nice big stretch through our QL and our low back. And then the goal would be to get this hand to touch that foot. I don't know if I'm going to get there, but I'm going to just keep pretending I'm getting close, okay? So just keep reaching for it and breathe into that side. Again, slowing the breathing down, slowing everything down. You've reached the end. The hard work is over. We're going to go ahead and I want you to bring this knee up for me real quick. You're going to give it a little turn over to your side, and you're going to hug it up towards your chest. Push this hip down for this nice glute stretch, okay? So we're just going to breathe into that low back and that glute. We're going to come into a twist. So this opposite elbow to your bent knee, plants into the back of the knee. Put weight into your back arm. So you have weight, leverage into the knee, leverage into the ground, and then twist your ribs as much as you can. Again, with these spinal twists, be careful if you feel any pain or impingement. Don't push that, but if you feel comfortable and you're able to, really reach into that rotation. All right, release. Bring your opposite leg in. We're going to start with just that reach towards the hamstring. So again, grab onto the toe. Breathe into that hamstring. Push the hip back as you lay the chest forward. All right, let's come into the low back. Let's swoop that arm up and over. Again, attempting to reach that toe, but knowing we probably won't get there, we're just going to do our best. Breathing into the stretch. I want you to think about exhaling the tension and inhaling deeper into the stretch. Release that leg, or that arm and leg. Bring the knee up, bring it to fold over, and then pull it up for this nice big glute hamstring stretch. It also kind of helps to think about lifting your chest up over the knee to lengthen more into that glute as well. We're gonna come into that twist, so I'm gonna plant opposite arm into knee, plant into the ground behind me, and then rotate as much as my back will allow me to comfortably. But trying to really rotate those ribs to the side. Awesome, we're gonna go ahead and release. I got one more pose for you guys. We did a lot of shoulder work, so we're gonna come into a puppy pose. What you're gonna do is you're gonna have your hips up high. So we're gonna start in our fourplex here. So you're on all fours. What I want you to do is walk your hands straight out from the top crown of your head. So they're slightly out in front of you, they're not under your shoulders. And then I want you to shift your hips back over your heels. As you do that, drop your chest down towards the floor and push into your palms. You're gonna feel this around the sides of the shoulders. You may feel it up into the upper mid back. Keep trying to reach the arms out, push into the palms and lift the hips up. So you want that big angle through your back where your chest is much